Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give me a moment to make sure everything is set on up. Now. It was up and going. Twitter's going. Kick is going. Twitch is going. Rumble is going. Perfect. Let me check my other computer. Oh wait. Over here. Change what the default files in. There we go. Let me check my other computer. It looks like everything's good to go. Yep. So let's go get started. I have to open my drink because I already feel like I need to get a drink of water. I remember seeing something earlier with this patch. Okay, this stuff is showing there. Very good. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Red Berbers with Cute Girl. Definitely a lie. Spawn on the top left side as the Cyan Vikings with Sneaky Salmon. That's a bit more believable. No girl plays Age of Empires 2, right? Mostly men. We do now, of course, have Berbers. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it with my first replay for today. Berbers, they are cavalry and naval civilization. Villagers move faster per age, starting 5% in Dark Age and 10% in the rest. Saber units cost less in Castle Age and even less in Imperial Age, and ships move faster since there's no water in this map, or a couple of ponds. That is not going to be very important. Unique units: Camel Archer, Unique Cavalry Archer, and Genetures, a mounted skirmisher, and we got those damn llamas making a whole bunch of sound. I really hate the llamas. There's a scout hitting some of these villagers there. Unique text: Kabas, Team Castles work 25% faster. Ragrabah Camels, Camel units regenerate. Genetures available in the Archer Age, starting the Castle Age. We do have Militia Rush here. Feudal Age on the research queue for red. Blue does not have Feudal Age just yet. He's not even started queuing it up, so we got a delayed Feudal Age for the Vikings. Vikings benefits. Let's go and cover that as we got these forces are attacking on for infantry and naval civilization. Warships cost less per age, not important here. Infantry gets plus 20% hit points starting feudal age, so not right now. And wheelbarrow and handcart free, which does start now, at least wheelbarrow. Unique units to Berserk, a health regen infantry, and longboat chieftains. Infantry deal bonus damage to cavalry, generates gold when killing villagers, trade units, and monks. Volksgevär, I don't know how to pronounce that. Archer line and longboats get plus 4 attack. Emos, docks cost 50% less. And we still do not have feudal age for the Viking player. How much resources does he have at the moment? The Viking player has a good amount of food, 500. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with the militia right here. And we have farms being plotted on field, and right now the Dark Age. We have a big amount of wood there. What is the Viking player doing? He has a good amount of food. He's really on the village advantages. He's really trying to maximize wheelbarrow? Is that even a thing? Militia push away forward, applying some good pressure to these villagers. And they do shank them a little bit. Does not get any shots there from the town center. That probably was close enough. It seemed like 6 tiles away. And now we have feudal age for the Viking player, who has currently feudal age after 28 villagers. Of course, when he ages up, these militia will get additional health. What was it 20% health? Yes, 20% health. Do now have this scout trying to get some damage there onto the palisade wall there. And now we do have the Saber team bit of fire there. And looks like red wanted to pause there, and that sign does grant it. do have some red scouts being put on the field. Does Burris get anything for scouts? Nope, nothing. Cheaper starting the castle age, so no any advantages for the scouts other than just being scouts. Militia now engaging these horsemen. Feudal age still on the build queue, so he has not got increased health just yet. He does need that. When the man-at-arms, both of the militia do go down there. They're not man-at-arms, they're militia at this moment in time. And feudal age. Now, Science still has more villages as an opponent, so he does still have that slight advantage. Going for more villagers now, and Science Scout does scout one of Red Scout. Anybody will save his scout, but depending if he takes a cornered path, it may be intercepted. Or just stands right there to be Ava's next slit. We got a good number of farms being pulled out over here. Science still has a good number of farms as well. He's designed for villagers, not deploying any more aggression. Red, what are you eyeing? Only villagers, so let's go and fast forward for the time being. Scout trying to get some hits there, and does receive a poke there from the spearman. Science still has a slight villager advantage, which is very nice. And that scout does go down there. The other scouts now pushing way forward. Goes find walls and stone. And we do actually have one of these palisade walls deleted there, so we can pull out the archers through the palisade wall. Very nice. Over here, we do got the archers. Oh, actually, there's a good number of archers there. 5 archers, 2 spearmen. I did not see those being built. Castle age for red. We got relatively fast castle. Both sides going for castle age right now. It was 18 minutes, so it's not really fast castle. Housers now seeing some fire from that scout. We got 3 archers here, and of course 2 spearmen. Finds a good volley down the villager. Villager down to 3 health. He does have fletching research as well. He can get up the bracer and get all the other armor research. And he can get up the armor as well. So along with his unique tech, he does get a very good archer line. Now we got some knights here, but there are some escorting spearmen. Going for Arbos at the moment. Does not have bottom arrow research nor any villagers right now. One knight does go down to the spearman. There's a crossbow, but he will still be able to overrun. And more knights now being pulled on the field. Science is going to need to pull out a bit more spearmen, maybe pikemen. Help deal with these knights. He can go all up to only pikemen, not halberdiers. We got a good number of archers right here. Some of these farms have expired, and we do have another town center being pulled on field. So I caught quite a bit of gold there. Red is not fully walled in this region, while Sign has fully walled in. We got 3 knights advancing forward, one of them severely wounded. Scout here to spot as well. 2 more knights in tow. And Science is right now going for mass crossbows, not getting any spearmen at the moment. This crossbow needs to stay away. The palisade gate is behind some palisade walls there, so making a single file, good for the archers, or crossbows. Not good for hitting down the palisade gate there, so it's a good position. You now have a siege workshop being pulled up by red on the front line, very nice. May want to go for a battering ram or Meganite, both would be useful in this current composition against his current, as his opponent's current position. Batterings can just put holes in everything. I think people should deploy battering rams a little bit more often, in my opinion. They're good at battering down and making some holes. Knights advancing on forward. Maybe trying to hit the palisade gate there. And that wounded knight does immediately get picked off by the defensive crossbows. Science crossbows do find some of these forces being intercepted. Very, very good. Now got all these knights now pushing down to the right, trying to deal with these crossbows. Something got canceled there. Based on the hole, that could have been a mill. Not mill, blacksmith. No, there's the blacksmith. Not sure what that hole would be. Some of these villagers being hit by these crossbows. They're trying to run away over here. The crossbows do back themselves in the corner, so the knights can engage them. But however, they also minimize the surface area for these crossbows to be hit. Needs to get out in the corner. He's not going to really fight out of this. Gets a kill there on the knight. Another horse goes down. Takes out another knight there. Backs himself in a nice corner there. And does delete the palisade wall there and the house there in order to overwhelm, which does allow him access to the villagers, but he will only get sporadic damage. Could finish off that one, does not finish off that one, so Cyan does lose all of his crossbowmen there. But you have now Mangonels being pulled in field. Cyan's going for more and more of these crossbows. He does not have chemistry nor... Well, we can't get chemistry yet, but does not have ballistics at the moment. Let's see. Oh, Mangonel annihilates that deer. Right now, let's see what's red going for. More knights, more Mangonels, and more horse armor. Making Bethesda proud with that. Of course, these knights are a bit cheaper. So, probably a good idea for Cyan to pull out some pikemen. A lot of knights here. Ooh, he splashes himself a little bit there. He's on advancing forward, does throw a couple walls there. When the knights get gunned down, thanks to also being splashed by his own Mangonel. Finds a good volley there. Does roll a miss there, definitely does need ballistics. More knights, more Mangonels in the build queue. Small splash there. Cyan's currently pop cap. There goes a villager there. She eats a lot of rocks. And not the candy rocks either. Start to hit down this archer range there. Very nice. He does have backline archer range as well as a monastery. You see him monk in the build queue. He's going to try to get some conversions. Still believe he needs to get out some spearmen pikemen. He could perhaps getting them queued up there. They're relatively cheap. But he doesn't really have a whole lot of wood at the moment now, does he? Sieging down this town center right now. More knights on the build queue for red. Third Mangonel being pulled out. And the archer range does go down there. Getting some more damage on the town centers of the Mangonel. They, of course, can outrange the towns over there. 7 range versus 6 range. Cyan deploys out his own Mangonel. So on advance on forward, trying to find a volley on one of these Mangonels. Rolls a partial hit there. Does get a conversion there. The monk does get inside the town center as well. Very nice. Town center severely damaged. Needs repairs. Captured knight will go down there. Science with Mangonel soon being good, dropping micro. Does get some more of these knights as well. Very nice. Townsend is about ready to get damaged and force eject everything inside. Does get force eject out there. The monk as well. The monk has 100% conversion. Could try to get him conversion off. Science Mangonel does go down, but 2 of Red's Mangonels do go down. Red Science has another Mangonel for view. Mutual trade there. Science monk goes down to the Mangonel. So needs some repairs over here. Just knights hitting up the barracks. Not pulling out any more spearmen or any spearmen. Now starting to prep the town center. We'll get a quick trade on up. I go conversion there. Finds good volley on those villagers. Those handful of wounded villagers just fall back. In fact, the town center's repaired, so may want to fall back to follow them. Takes out a house there. Cyan does have plenty of population space at the moment. No stone. He does have, of course, 3 towns at the moment. Red has 2 villager production at the moment. Red has a lot less villagers in his opponent as well. 81 to 56. So the Viking player is not in a great position, but not in a horrendously bad position. Here, see here as well, Red still has his 100 stone, so he can't. Simply has not chosen to utilize that stone at the moment. Annihilates another deer there. He really does not like venison, I guess. We have more horse armor being researched, as well as more knights. Right now, Science is going for more villagers. Oh, he lost a lot of population room. I thought he had up to like 130. More houses being pulled on the field. Mangonel finds a volley there. Will get overran, but may receive a lot of fire from these crossbows. Mangonel's advancing forward. Might go for conversion there. There's the monk going down. Another knight going down. A couple of these knights are quite wounded. More volleys here in the town center. And that spare house will go down. He still has a 7 spare population at the moment, but he's currently utilizing it. Those receiving a bit of fire there. And the monk is does escape out to the town center there. Science going to pull out another Mangonel there. These Knights advance forward, trying to hit that wood line. I council see a bit of fire there. Another villager, nope, does not go down the moment. More arrows onto these Knights. The villagers get forced back thanks to the council being too damaged. Right now, Cyan does have more villagers as opponents, so losing town centers could not be a massive problem, just a small problem. Blue's converted Knights trying to hit the Mangonel, gets some great damage there. He does take out one of the Mangonels there, very nice. So these villagers all go down over here. Cyan's down to 81 villagers versus 67. More of these Knights trying to get some damage on in. Conversions going off, multiple Knights may get converted. None of them get converted at the moment. He does not have access to redemption, so he can't exactly convert these siege weapons. Monk, does get a good hit there on the Cyan's Mangonel, but does see a deadly hit in return. Monk does get wounded right there. Villager will eat some rocks, as well as a bit of dirt right now. Something got researched there. It is ballistics, will be very handy to help deal with those Knights. This gold deposit is almost down. Does expand out to this gold deposit here with another town center. Red has advanced towards this red gold deposit. There's some more gold deposits over there. The stone has not been touched, and this stone is being touched. Not very inappropriately, however. Palisade wall receives with a fire there. Gets a good hit there on the Knights of the Mangonel. Doesn't repair up the Mangonel there, and now we finally got a defensive group of pikemen. Trying to go for conversion onto these Knights. A mutual trade there with the Mangonels, which is good for Cyan overall. Rolls a miss there onto the pikemen. Monk trying to go for conversion. Pikemen do see a bit hit there. Mangonel does not go down the moment. Mangonel does go down there, just leaving one remaining. Does leave a pretty good hit there. Gets a conversion off. Very nice. Backing on off. Puts a set of rocks in his own Knights there. Monk, not being harmed at the moment, has been greatly harmed at the moment. More pikemen advancing forward. Crossbowmen still trying to start a step away. Pikemen making their way forward. Getting some great damage there on those Knights. Got these villagers over here. And now we have also another conversion off somewhere. I'm not sure where. There it is. Does claim a Knight there. Nice. Converted Knights trying to overrun these Mangonels. Very nice. Do have a red villager here. Does get the kill down on that Mangonel after a red villager try to repair it up. Crossbow advance forward. Pikemen providing good escort for these crossbows. And the converted Knights are still alive. At least the ones that are currently alive. Knights advancing forward. There's a couple wounded Knights here. No, that one does actually go down there. A lot of these Knights are actually quite wounded there. Got multiple siege war crossbows on the front line for Red. Got more pikemen and crossbowmen build queue for Cyan. No more Mangonels being on the front line or being built up for Red. It does actually steal a bit of gold right here. Nothing too significant though. Cyan's going to retaliate now. There's still the small gold deposit over here. Spearmen or pikemen would take a very long time to deal with these housing. And now there's some of these villagers starting going down, trying to, and they are just being picked off on the high ground. More Knights being regrouped, pushing way forward. A lot of these guys are quite wounded. You may want to get out some monks there. Now this side has claimed relics the moment, and Cyan's going for a forward castle right there. It's on the high ground as well, so it'll be a great position there. Might get a bit of fire there. There's some pikemen here for defense. Those Knights, they don't have good spotting range there. We'll spot all these pikemen now. He does, of course, spot the... I suppose he does spot them with nearby structures. Pikemen getting great damage right there. The crossbow just out of range. Monk trying to go for some conversions here. Does get a conversion somewhere. Got some scorpions on the opponent field. Red's Knights trying to charge it forward. Good hit there onto the Knights. That was a good hit there from the scorpions. Cyan's castle's almost gone up. And now I got Cyan's converted Knight slicing up some of these scorpions now. And Cyan's keep does go on up, or castle, one game. Red's Knights trying to advance up the north. Red has lost a significant amount of his army there, trying to pull out more Knights at the moment, as well as more villagers. Right now the villager count is in favor of Cyan by a small margin. The stone's almost completely secure. It's only 3 stone remaining. Looks like the Cyan Knight and pikemen do take out those scorpions. Res Knight's advance forward. We'll find one of these pikemen. We'll quickly get folks down there. And got these crossbows firing away, getting some good damage there onto these knights. More spearmen push way forward, trying to get some damage onto these knights. Knights advancing forward, gets great damage there on those crossbows. Handful of pikemen trying to provide some escort. And a lot of these knights are oh so wounded. The more I want to say is just fall back, go to some monks, get healed up. Personnel University now going for his own Imperial Age as well as handcart. And now some of these villagers may get overran by these knights. They're wounded. Pikemen can deal with them, but knights are fast. Villagers get inside the town center there. You have another keep put up by a sign. Are we going to see some berserkers? We don't see any berserkers just yet. Or just berserks. Those knights do get cleaned on up. We got more crossbowmen and spearmen here. And we actually do have some berserks. Neither side has claimed relics at the moment. This map, I want to see. Oh, we got to see one relic here, one relic here, one relic here, one relic here, and one relic here. And Cyan does have monks. He should actually eye getting those relics. Got these crossbow and a handful of pikemen pushing forward, trying to hit some of these villagers. Of course, we do have Imperial Age for Cyan. Arbalest and Bracer have both been researched. More Arbalest from front field. Chemistry on the way. He does find a good kill there on that villager. Arbalest right now have 8 range, 10 damage. He can get up to 11 damage with his Imperial Age unique technology. I see a lot of Cyan villagers advancing forward. He may be eyeing for a castle somewhere. He does have 710 stone. So a castle on the high ground wouldn't be half bad. Res Knight's trying to push along the flanks. Now we've got Red with Imperial Age himself. Let's take a look at Red at the moment. Let's see what he's deploying out. We got ballistics, infantry armor, not infantry armor, archer armor, along with elite skirmishers not being put field, trying to counter his opponent. Skirmishers do great versus pikemen as well as arbalists. He can't get bracer as well. The mounted genitura wouldn't be half bad as well. Of course, it's a little bit expensive. And neither unit will be great against a keep. Now we've got berserkers advancing on forward. Keep getting some great damage there. Thanks to increased range, it has 11 range. Takes a bracer, bottom air, and all that sort. Berserkers not charging forward. Berserkers have 3 inherent pierce armor. Even skirmishers have 5 attack. So if he gets a little bit more armor onto these guys, they will only take 1 damage each from elite skirmishers. Red's not trying to pull out some like cavalry over on the Arbalest, but there's just far too many Arbalists here. He needs to get out potentially some Magnetos. Can he get up to Onagers and all that sort? Can't get the Onagers. Can't get heavy Scorpions as well. And now I do have Berserker Space on forward. I have a good feeling he's going to see Elite Berserker Road soon, going for more infantry armor. He does have 121 villages, not eyeing for any more, going forward Trebuchet. More Berserkers on the build queue. We're going to transition to the Berserkers. And these pikemen are still trying to engage the siege workshop there. And these scouts are getting ripped apart from that castle. Not even close. I get some good damage down to these housing. Berserkers Do see a bit of damage there, falling back away from the light cavalry. Trebuchet now engaging the mosque there, or monastery. Berserkers slowly getting picked apart. They do have right now 5 Pierce Army. Elite Skirmishers do have 7 damage at the moment. And now these Berserkers are overrunning these Skirmishers. Berserkers' health regen will become very useful. They may want to get out the Elite Berserker research the current rate of the amount of Berserkers is deploying on the field. Berserkers pushing forward. Do got some bombards being put on the field. Berserkers getting some good damage there. Do have some Knights and Light Cavalry here to engage with Berserkers. Here, and PD Cat getting some bites here. Pikemen now trying to hit some of these villagers. Getting some good damage on in. Arbalest advancing forward slowly. More Berserkers being pulled on the field. Got Blast Forge is also being researched as well. Here's the final infantry upgrade. Here's some hand cannoneers on the field, which is a good item versus the infantry of his opponent, at least those Berserkers. They, of course, do get severely outranged by these Arbalists. The cannoneers have, what, 7 range? Yeah, 7 range versus right now these Arbalists 10 range, or 8 range. That's not too terribly far. Berserkers advancing forward, overrunning these Skirmishers. The Skirmishers pose no threat to the Berserkers. Walmart is also being overran right now. More Berserkers being put on field. Going for another wave of 5 villages apparently. He has plenty of resources there. Should really get out the Elite Berserker research. Oh, he does get the Elite Berserker. He just got it. It's also greatly increased the health regen as well. Sign has a couple of triggers here hitting this castle. It will go down shortly. Concentrate gains some damage there on the Berserkers as they start annihilating these infantry forces or villagers. Hopefully they have 111 villagers. So Red still has plenty of villagers to work with, but his frontline infrastructure is just getting overwhelmed. Infantry is now getting some hit onto these stables. Wall stormers just being blowed out on the field. It has not been able to mount a counterattack towards these Arbalists. He needs just some Mangonels, I would say. Right now, Red is deploying out more Skirmishers, more like cavalry. He does have a bracer research, and that is the end of the replay. This end grade saying, thank you for watching, on to the next replay. And before I start the next replay, I do need to stretch my legs for a moment. I'm starting to get that mid-afternoon crash I usually get. Please give me one moment to stretch out my legs. There we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes you have to make sure you're nice and alert. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on top right side as the Red Turks, we have a foreign name. On bottom left side as the blue Japanese, we have Sheep Farm. And there's pigs on the field. James. Let's go for each player's civilization bonuses. Turks, they're gunpowder civilization. Gunpowders get additional hit points, and research of gunpowder technologies cost less. Chemistry is free. Golden Miners work 20% faster. Scout, Light Cavalry, and Hussars get +1 Pierce Armor, and Light Cavalry and Hussar upgrade are free. So this is a good civilization if you want your trash Light Cavalry and you don't want to do much for him. Unique text or unique units, a Janissary, a powerful hand cannoneer. Unique text, Sapaz, cavalry archers get +20 health. Artillery, +2 range on bombard towers, bombard cannons, and cannon galleons. And gunpowder units are created 25% faster. Over here, as the Japanese, they're generally a jack-of-all-trades civilization. Fishing ships get increased, no, let's skip fishing ships, that's not important. Mills, mining camps costs 50% less, which is nice. Nothing too critical, but it's just nice to have. And infantry get plus 33% attack faster starting feudal age. Unique units samurai and anti-unique unit. That's probably not going to be useful versus Janissaries, honestly. Unique text, Yasama, which is power shoot extra arrows, and Akata Partio, trebuchets fire faster and pack faster. Which actually they fire so quickly and pack so quickly, you can actually do 0 damage if they transform too quickly. We have now the man-arms advance forward with increased attack speed. These man-arms will do some good damage for the housing. And Team Bo's galley stuff that important on this map. Looks like Blue's trying to blow out some archers here. Very nice. Town center got garrison up there. Takes out Red Scout there. Very good pick there for Blue. Got a tower being pulled out by Red. He's trying to stall out. They're just getting poked away by this archer. He does not have fletching just yet. And his opponent's Blue will provide these guys 2 pierce armor, making so these archers only do 2 damage each. Tower is not complete, able to help provide some defensive fire, but only units are really standing still. Not until you get a ballistics will become decent against hitting moving targets. More watchtowers being put on field, so Red is heavily investing in those watchtowers, using 150 stone immediately, so he will need to mine some stone in order to get out additional town center. Right now, the Japanese player is taking a pretty decisive lead. Yeah. Though Red right now is not investing into any defensive military structures or any sort of military at the moment, which could leave them vulnerable or could leave them easy to get good in order to get out Castle Age. Speaking of which, he's mining a massive amount of stone there. He's going to be eyeing for Fast Castle, isn't he? Let's keep the Turk player selected. He's eyeing for Fast Castle when he's collecting that much stone, and he's probably going to go straight for Janissaries. But that's my prediction at the moment. Barry's now being collected on up, not a big surprise. Got these forces rotating around. Does spot the villagers collecting up stone there. He does not. He is going for another tower as well. He's heavily going for these towers. Does manage to keep the breach there. Well, unbreached. More farms being put on the field. He does go ahead and sneak on in. Does he have, no, he did not reach his pierce armor. He's receiving a lot of fire. And there's a tower over here as well. Blue's stuck. He's laughing himself, isn't he? He went through a gauntlet to fix this tower. And with this tower here, and luckily Blue has his own sense of humor. He was like, holy crap, that did not work out whatsoever. So Blue loses his entire force there. We got a lot of towers pulled out on the field. So Red has a good defense position, but Blue knows what his opponent has gone for. And that is no military. He does not need to worry about walls of the will. It's still a good idea to divert your housing to be your walls in the future. Looks like both sides just eyeing for Castle Age now. Got archery being put on the field. He may be eyeing for some, got Castle Age on the field for Red. Castle Age for Blue. I think he's eyeing, he has good number of archers. He may be eyeing for, yeah, he's going to be eyeing for crossbow, bottom arrow. You can also get out fully upgraded cavalry archers as stock, fully upgraded stock cavalry archers as the Japanese, so they're not a half bad solution later on as well. Got a hit force of 10 archers advance forward. Of course, we've got this tower here. Both players are now Castle Age. We do not have the castle going up. It's not on the high ground there. So, but he is going to be eyeing to rush out some Janissaries. Castle not pulling the field. It'd be hard these archers to do a lot. But he does have bottom arrow. Doesn't have chemistry at the moment. Getting out the plow. And now Red is, or Blue's trying to make a breach there. We've got stone walls up here, so we won't be able to break through that anytime soon. And there's, of course, a tower here, here, and here. Blue just may need to cool it off a bit. I don't think he's going to create a breach anytime soon. He needs to get out battering rams to create a breach. Got a second town center blown out by Red. Very nice. Blue's only has one villager queue at the moment, but does have 2 town centers right now. The Watchtower currently has 8 range. These crossbows have 7 range, so the Watchtower still outranges the crossbows. And it looks like it's going to create a breach there. There is a tree on the other side of that breach, so it's not going to do all too much. And now blue's going for some ballistics. We've got another town being blown up by red. And here it comes Janissaries. They do have 7 range, like the crossbows, as well as 17 attack. Got some good damage there, but it looks like he's doing good focus fire there onto these Janissaries. Does get the town center built. 2 Janissaries do go down. And ballistics is almost completely deployed, allowing him to get a bit more effectiveness against these Janissaries. We got some spearmen around. We got in a kitty cat being killed. And now we've got multiple groups of crossbows on the field. We've got a group of 10 and a group of 8. More Janissaries being deployed on the field. Wheelbarrow being pulled out by blue. Right now the villager count is in favor for blue by a small margin. Some of these Janissaries go on down. Oh, sorry, I just saw your kick comment. Welcome to the stream. Crossbows advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto the Janissary. Janissary does go down right there. We do have the kitty cat being picked off there once again. Needs crossbow's eye to move around. Barracks going on up. And right now red is going for conscription. He's eyeing for maybe a lot of Janissaries. I'm not so sure what red is doing, honestly. He does, of course, have light cavalry and hussars available. No, or not hussars just yet, but he does get those research free, so he could perhaps get out some stables. He can also get technologies to improve his own cavalry archers. He can get upgraded, fully upgraded stock cavalry archers, as well as additional 20 health on his cavalry archers. Let's switch over that Japanese player. Both can get bloodlines, both can get husbandry. Blue's still in a great position there, applying good amount of pressure. We do have these archer inches going up. I won't be designing for skirmishers, no designing for cavalry archers. So we actually may see Turkish cavalry archers this game. And the Sepal tech is a castle age technology, so we could go for that as well. But for more cavalry archers, very nice. Does he have any pierce armor research at the moment? He does have 1 level pierce armor, does not have Bodkin arrow researched. There's some damage there. Right now, these cavalry archers do only have 5 range, 8 attack, 1 pierce armor, so they will be hit hard by these crossbowmen for the time being, until he can get out his own Bodkin arrow. He is at pop cap as well. He's going for a university now. Definitely does need to get out ballistics. Now he's got Bodkin arrow and research. He still has not fixed his housing situation. Got a house right there. He needs to buy out more housing than just that one. Crossbowmen do find a villager there. Neither side is found for any relics there. More cavalry archers on the field queue now. He is getting ballistics. He has 4 queues of cavalry archers on the field. He does get his middle age up and going. Bracers on the way as well. He needs heavy cav archer research. Trying to get some hits there, but definitely does need his ballistics out as soon as possible. Blue right now is going for some pure age, going for thumb ring as well as more crossbows. But he does see the cavalry archers. He could go for his own cavalry archers, but he will be inferior if opponents go for Sepals. The Turk player could of course, there's a lot of research you need to get for your cavalry archers. Thumb ring, Parthian tactics, heavy cav, Sepals. But now we do have these cavalry archers trying to pursue on forward, trying to get some good damage on these archers. Finds a good volley there. Right now, the cavalry archers do have 7 range, same as range the crossbows, and does annihilate them. Blue's back on off. He basically may want to fall back, get some more research going. Cavalry archers do have right now semi-health, and I believe just got the Sapar research if he has semi-health, right? Unless that was some sort of bloodline. Nope, that may have been bloodlines. And now there's a Sapar research. More cavalry archers being pulled on field. Got Imperial H4 blue now. Still not heavy cavalry archers, no Parthian tactics, or you could stand to get more archer armor. Blue's now eyeing for Arbalest, chemistry, and bracer of his own. Cavalry archers not firing away. Does find some arrows on some of these villagers there. I don't think the cavalry archers do all too well. They do have 90 health at the moment, which is more than twice in these archers. Focusing down the spearmen, Parthian tactics does give a bit more bonus damage versus spearmen. There's Arbalest research, giving these Arbalests up to 40 health. And overall, he's just simply outnumbered. And now these cavalry archers are streaming on in. That's not what he wants to do. May want to go for a bit more quality. Parthian tactics and the whole archer armor will give him an additional 5 pierce armor versus just the 9 attack of the Arbalests, which is quite significant, honestly. Because right now, the additional 5 pierce armor will give him up to 6 pierce armor. I don't know, does heavy cav also give additional pierce armor? I forget exactly. For some skirmishers as well, that will also help out as well. Downside of not being flowed out on the field. This spearman or pikeman may spot the villagers trying to collect up that gold. Over here, we've got these Arbalests advancing on forward, 27 of them, a couple of them a little bit wounded. Got these skirmishers here, not elite skirmisher. He can get elite skirmisher upgrade, right? No, he can't actually. You can't get elite skirmisher as a Turks, apparently. Huh. That's not good for him. You can't go past spearman either, just only no pikeman. Oh wait, no. Yes, pikeman. No, look at that blue. Wrong person I was thinking of. Skirmishers do get annihilated there, drawing some fire there for the cavalry archers. Cavalry archers getting distracted on some of these villagers. Downsider does go down with there. He capacitates some of these villagers as well. Very nice. Blue has more villagers at the moment. Arbalest trying to deal with these trebuchets. Going straight for these villagers. Very nice. He does not. He's getting Thundering now. Going for another wave of cavalry archers as well. One of the trebuchets do go down. He may just want to run away with these cavalry archers. There's too many crossbows in here in this region. He has 7 cavalry archers versus these 22 chasing him. We've got another group here as well. He does have a decent force of cavalry archers here. A handful of skirmishers mixed on in. And now going for some more pierce armor research. Blue's gotten all of his archer armor research. As well now does get his chemistry research as well, giving them +1 damage. So they do up to 10 damage at the moment. Trying to come over here. There we go. Does stop the stone walls from being built. Gain some kills there on some of these villagers. There's a gap right there for them to run away with. Or one or cavalry archers do escape on out there. Now do you have the castle, a defensive castle being pulled up by blue. Very nice. And going for, looks like blue's going for a handful of a line of capped battering rams. He can only get the capped battering rams, no siege battering rams. Got a good number of cavalry archers advanced forward, 18 of them. Got a massive wave of capped rams here, and of course cavalry archers cannot really fight them. Nor can they be really fought back against. Does see a couple kills there. 3 kills there for blue. Cap rams push way forward. Archer range start going down. Right now, red is still. You can get heavy cab, right? Yeah, you can get heavy cab. Just not researching heavy cab just yet. He does have all his archer armor researched. Not the. Oh no, he does have Parthian tactics. Not all the archer armor. Can get additional archer armor right there. Villager does go down right there. Cap rams, a massive wave of cap rams, getting some great damage here. As I mentioned beforehand, he has nothing to stop him. Now getting his heavy cap research. These woodline villagers could go out over here, try clicking on some wood there. Cap rams still push forward, still no proper counter to them. Trebuchets maybe trying to hit those cap rams. More cavalry archers does have heavy cap research, trying to get some +1 melee armor, not pierce armor. They are +11 attack as well, as well as 7 range. Of course, Arbos do have 8 range. Trying to fight there, but getting caught up in the cap rams. Trebuchets getting some decent damage on these Arbos there. And now got the cap rams overrunning the Trebuchets. And some of these heavy cap archers are hitting these cap rams. It's not a good idea. Trying to pull out some more heavy cav archers. Got a wave of janissaries being pulled out. Villagers maybe eyeing to destroy some of these capped rams. Yep, he's going to use those villagers. They do not really have high damage, but the cap rams do have -3 melee armor, hack armor, which makes it so they receive extra damage from any sort of melee attack. More of these cap rams not getting hit. Janissaries having trouble staying alive. Cavalry archers being streamed in the wrong way. He's a good damage on the Arbalest with the castle. Castle's just trying to be repaired up. Arbalest slowly being whittled down. He is hitting these villagers, however. Okay, the castle is lit up with some units, getting some extra arrows there. Cavalry archers advancing forward. Does get out there, but start hitting these rams immediately. The castle does go down right there. Arbalest have most of them cleaned up, but still got some Arbalest over here, as well as all these Spanish rams. Right now, red is down to 61 villagers, his opponent's 122, which is literally half the villagers. Cap ram synced up more fire there. We do have the archer range starting going down. He can't be losing that infrastructure at the moment. That's his base, his last of the infrastructure, both those archer ranges. Does have a stable here. Pick the boy out some hussars. And now these villagers are trying to shake down these capped rams. We've got more Arbos here, and red decides casting GG. Red hasn't backed out of the game just yet. They'll just clean up those cap rams. Last of red's gold. Okay, there you go. Red now back of the game. This Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I want to clean on first before I get started. Sorry about that. Just want to check on something. Greetings everyone, and great here from another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Split on the bottom right side as the pink Burgundians, we have Citizen Lame. Spawn on the top left side as the blue Berbers, we have Cute Girl. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses now. Burgundians, Cavalry Civilization. Economic upgrades are available 1 age earlier and cost 33% less food. Stable technologies cost 50% less. Cavalry upgrades available in Castle Age. Gunpowder units get plus 25% attack. Unique units are Fusiliers. They do have an Alpha Strike ability, and Flemish Militia is more related to all-in strategy. I really don't know how effective they are individually. Unique text, Burgundian vignettes, farmers slowly generate gold, additional food. Flemish Revolution, it's an all-in strategy that turns all your villagers into Flemish Militia, and then you can able to build Flemish Militia from the barracks. Team bonus relics generate both food and gold, which can be very handy indeed. The Berbers, cavalry and naval civilization. Villagers move faster in Dark Age 5% and even faster in Feudal Age. Stable units cost 50% less in Castle Age, even more in Imperial Age. And ship stuff. Cavalry Camel Archers is a unique cavalry archer. Geneters a mounted skirmisher. Unique text Kabosh. Teams Castle Sword 25% faster. Agabahi Camels. Camel units slowly regenerate. And Geneters is available in archery starting in the Castle Age. Got Blue Scout push way forward. Let's just scouts right here. Blue's Spearman trying to poke the eyes out of that scout. And we got more scouts being plotted on the field. We got more scouts being plotted up at both sides. Looks like Blue's eyeing for villagers and scouts, while Magenta or Pink is eyeing for. Trying to select them. There you go. And just villagers at the moment. No additional scouts at the moment, so he's just going for 3 scouts. This one's quite wounded. Got a defensive spearman here, ready to poke out some eyes. You can throw these scouts inside the town so to get some health regen if once he's done. Looks like both sides just going for aggressively defensive force, though Blue was on the offense, being way over here. Got a house right there. And both sides have pretty opened up towns, so both sides will need to pull out a lot of structure and a lot of walls in order to get them fully walled on in. Scouts advancing forward. Do have, of course, does not take a swipe at the villager. He attempted to. Got some blue spearmen advancing forward. We do have 2 pink spearmen here. Trying to find space there on these blue horsemen. Blue's horsemen are still pretty healthy. Looks like blue spearman gets good hits there on pink spearmen.
Bonjour.
He does go and wall in that villager right there. He does find a good poke there onto these scouts. Getting one almost fully killed. Pink scout right there. I'm not sure where Pink's other scouts are, so the wounded ones are actually up north up here. Actually, just a 4th one in general. More spearmen chasing spearmen. Scouts chasing scouts. And trying to hit down. Does get a good hit there. Both 2 of these scouts are severely wounded. Pink scouts do pick off a villager over there. And it looks like a lot of horsemen went down there. Pink spearman will get overwhelmed by blue spearman. Got reinforcing pink spearman there, getting space there onto these scouts there. Does take out one of the scouts there, leaving the other one severely wounded. And it looks like Pink's reinforcing spearman will win out the fight there. These scouts are still moving around trying to find another engagement. Pink right now has 31 scouts versus 28.
See.
We got some villagers being pulled on out by Pink. No additional military units at the moment. Blue right now, it's probably doing the same. It's just a single villager rather than 7 villagers in the queue. Both sides are still pretty far from Castle Age. Blue scouts will move around. We've got 3 relatively healthy scouts for blue. We've got these 3 relatively unhealthy scouts for pink. And a relatively unhealthy spearman here as well. Pink's time for more walls, very nice. More defensive pink spearmen here. We do got a wall over here, though there may be a breach over here relatively soon once this bush A goes down. Why is that called bush A? That clearly looks like a tree. Was there? Let's see, I assume this here? Yeah, bush A. How damning. That monster being alive like that. These villagers collecting up the trees right there. We do have these scouts trying to push away forward. Let's see, starting to double wall and reinforce this walling right there. Very nice. We do have these scouts moving around. 1 pink scouts do go down. And this scout will get trapped there. There is no breach right there. There's bamboos. And oh, there's actually is a breach over here now. As I mentioned beforehand, Bush A has fallen, so now these villagers will see some slices. Does shank up some of these villagers for a moment, and they do, as with the scouts. And Pink does lose a villager right there. Pink currently has 38 villagers versus opponents 33. And looks like Pink's scout, which just has 1 remaining, that's severely wounded. Blue is now been forced on out. It's going to patch up the breach there with a house. And now you got these scouts moving around, trying to find another opening. And at this point in time, they'll have to create another opening. King Scout just go around scouting around. Let's go fast forward the mode because it looks like he's not doing a whole lot in the mode. Blue, or let's see, pink. Blue is going for Castle Age. Pink has Castle Age on the blue key as well. Preparing it up, going for mining tech, so I think he would cancel the mining tech there. Spearman in pursuit, trying to deal with these scouts. Hope he actually got that research complete. It's that went by a little bit quicker than I expected. Melee attack being researched by blue at the moment. Pink does not have melee armor, or melee attack, nor melee armor. No, is there even blacksmith out in the field? Yep, there is a blacksmith on the field, but it doesn't appear. Wait, select him. Yep, no blacksmith and research looks like has been completed. Scouts push way forward. We do have a couple spearmen over here. Spearmen on pursuit of these horsemen. Fresh stable there, so maybe he's eyeing for a night transition. Does not researched his castle age. I mean, remember as well, the Berbers get cheaper cavalry, or cheaper stable units, I should say, running castle age. They can also get the Geniteur, which is not a stable unit. Can they get? Yeah, they can get camels, heavy camels. He has bloodlines now researched. Ink has now researched castle age as well. We do have Cavaliers immediately being researched. It's going straight, bypassing knights, going straight for Cavaliers. And wheelbarrow. Scout may go down to the spearman. Just not, he needs one good poke and his eyes will fall out. Spearman trying to pursue these scouts still. And looks like Ink has gone for monster. Remember as well, team bonus, food, and gold. So grabbing those relics will provide him some extra income. Even more so than normal, I should say. Scouts trying to make another breach there. They will receive some pokes there. Another scout severely wounded. And that scout will go down to the knight. And his opponent's pulling out knights as well, which means the Cavaliers should be very effective. He got one Cavalier on the build queue. And he's starting to get out some camels as well. Oh, monks are a good idea, especially if he's fighting against Burgundians. That would be very useful to convert some of these Cavaliers. Cavaliers push way forward. The scouts do spot them. The Cavaliers should just turn around and start engaging. They are far superior than scouts. Cavaliers now have 120 health, 3-3 armor, 12 attack. Spearmen being 3-1 by Spearmen. They got some camels not being played field. They also do have 120 health, of course they do get bonus damage versus these knights. Monk has claimed the relic there, so very nice. So Pink is eyeing for his own monks. Those knights have 120 health as well. Cavaliers doesn't appear to have bloodlines research just yet now, do they? Oh yeah, you can't get bloodlines as Burgundians. I forgot about that. More elephants. Did not forget about that. Looks like the exotic cat does go down. Now these Cavaliers trying to push way forward, trying to find another engagement. Trying to make a breach through this little palisade wall there. Should be able to get through it pretty quickly. And does go ahead and repair up some of these houses, or build some houses, not repair them. There may be a breach right here you can make. That's one tile, but looks like housing are completely walling up the walls. Camels do find a good engagement there onto the Cavaliers. Cavaliers need to fall back. We're seeing a bit too much damage for the camels. Camels not pursuing them in single file line. He does have access to monks, so he can't get them healed up. And now got some Couturiers being employed on the field. They do have like a 20 damage Alpha Strike ability there, which should be very useful to support out these Cavaliers. Except for those camels. If you kill off the camels quickly, the camels will do less damage, of course. And do also got some spear and advancing forward, trying to engage these camels now. Camels going maybe a little too far there. Does receive a lot of damage there from the pikemen or spearmen. Spearmen and cavalier do go down in return, and didn't take as much damage as I thought he would. Got some healing over here, trying to heal up these camels. Scouting around. Monk trying to pick up that relic. Now, I've got some monk technologies being researched. He's going for fervor. I think that's faster moving monks. I always forget which some of these technologies do. There's a lot of them, to say the least. Monks getting some good healing there on these camels. And right now, Pink Design does get pikeman research. Going for a lot of villagers. He has 3 towns to spawn on field. Blue is also going for villagers and more camels. He has 3 towns also built. And of course, Pink does have a keep here, or castle, and it's getting more stone collected on up. Exotic kitty cat gains some bites there onto the villager. She's refusing to pet him. Can't get supplies, but not Gamersons. We got these camels advanced forward. We'll find some of these pikemen there. Cordilleras do get their charge attack there, getting some extra damage, and does get one of the camels converted. I'm trying to hit these Cordilleras now. Cordilleras just may want to fall back there, let the pikemen get some damage. Of course, there's just too many camels here for those pikemen to really engage. He needs more pikemen in general. Each is eyeing for more pikemen, and also going for blacksmith research. We got these cavaliers up here as well. They will find the camels. Camels will find them. Pikeman trying to push way forward, trying to save these cavaliers. Does save them. Does need a bit of time to heal up. Pink right now has 2 relics claimed. 1 relic claimed by Blue. Got 1 relic over here. Blue's trying to claim it. And notice some of these pikemen charging forward, trying to get some damage on these camels. Does get some damage there. Knights, of course, much more resilient than camels to castle fire. Monks could try to go for conversion there on that knight. Probably be a good idea. Now they keep not being applied by Pink. And will kill his own knight there to prevent it from being converted. He does not have ballistics research nor murder holes. For now, Blue's going for more villagers, mining technology. And now we do have another castle now pulled on field. Nope, that audio line was a university. I'm not sure why I got those two mixed up. Got these camels getting some much needed healing. He can always go for his Imperial Age technology to get camel units regenerate, right? His Imperial Age is not being researched. Pink has that Imperial Age much more in progress as well. Going for a big line of pikemen, as well as more villagers. Cordilleras now being more than being plotted on field. Right now they do have their 20 Alpha Strike attacker ready to go. And it's going for herbal medicine? I know in some situations it's useful, but I don't know why you're going for herbal medicine, honestly. Herbal medicine allows you to get higher health regen when inside a garrison. And maybe really try and eye healing up the castles.
See.
Pikeman advances forward. We're seeing actually some free shots there. They're not standing fighting. He needs to stand and fight. Let's get some hits there. And convert some of these pikemen. That's not really great unit to try to convert. Pikemen falling back. And now do have Imperial Age for Pink. For melee for Halberdier, as well as more horse armor, as well as melee armor. Scout does go down right there. Do now this Genitours advancing on forward, not Genitours, Cordeliers. This opponent can deploy out Genitours. Now Imperius is researched by Blue. We got some trebuchets being pulled out by Pink. Blue right now is going for his Cavalier research. Camel, heavy camel, hand cart, blast forge. Pike or Halberdier gains a great damage on these camels, annihilating them. He has an formation move for monks and spearmen. He needs to make sure those camels are not in that same formation because right now he's just being pursued. Does get into the range of the castle there, gains some damage onto those pikemen. And this one will get killed off there. But overall, great engagement there by Pink. Takes out Iron Force Siege Workshop, maybe for some hand cannoneers. He's now going for some camel archers, as well as some petards. Why is he going for petards? Maybe on the breach some walls there. We do have these cooliers advancing forward and see them. My apologies. Now they're hitting these various forces. Exotic cats somehow in the mix of all of this. Some of these villagers are going down. Right now, Blue has 104 villagers versus opponent's 112. Another villager does go down right there. It's got a single Coutelier still in that region. Got this Coutelier now pushing forward. Still got the exotic kitty cat engaging. And that exotic kitty cat will go down to Castle Fire. Cavalier's backing on off. We got heavy camel now researched. And now got these Cavaliers pushing trying to engage themselves. Oh, I did not see these heavy camels pushing forward. Sorry, I missed that. A little bit out of it today. Halberdiers gain some good damage on the camels, taking them out. These camels are moving around, trying to hit this town center. These camels do hit that villager there. The town center is fully loaded. And now I got these halberdiers trying to engage those heavy camels. I do got a forward keep or castle put up by Pink. Villager counts 108 and 107, so very similar. Camels overrunning Pink's force right there. Villagers cook inside the castle there. He needs murder holes to hit those camels. Or pikemen, they can also hit camels like that. Trebuchet's not hitting Blue's castle, getting some great damage there, going for camel archers. And Blue's castle does go down right there. Castle going up. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that pikemen gaze that light cavalry. Concentrating now seems to fire there. They both have equal amount of villagers, a similar amount of villagers. This town is not a massive problem. He already has made pretty good usage of it. Housing's starting to go on down. We got some more archer rangers now being deployed on the field, as well as siege workshops. And now got a massive wave of light cavalry deployed on out, as well as some camel archers. He can get hussars. He can't get paladins. Oh wait, didn't he have a cavalier being boosted at one point in time? He must have canceled that. Camel archers getting some damage there onto these halberdiers. We got a second line of walls, house wall being put over there, as well as some stone walls. I think right now it's probably just being satisfied with these halberdiers.
See.
Now it's going for his Castle Age technology, which is farmers generate gold. And now it's got fletching and archer armor being put over. This is going for lead skirmishers. Mining camp, not necessarily under fire. I think it's everything else is under fire right now. And we've got these structures, now seeing some hits there. Mining camp does go down. More housing on field. Housing starting to go on down. And Pink's going for another castle over here, trying to eye for his own little network of castles to keep these guys alive. He does want to fall back those villagers there. He probably could have got the castle built. That must have been a misrally there. Couteliers pushing forward, like how we're now trying to hit those villagers again. Camel archers may advance forward over here. And looks like villagers are falling back, failing to build that castle there. We're gonna take time to start slicing up that castle there. Got halberdiers in response. We need these trebuchets move back a little bit to avoid those camel archers. In the current state, they only have 8 pierce armor. Camel archers have, elite camel archers have 12 attacks, so they receive more than 1 damage per hit. Light cavalry's gonna go on down to these halberdiers. Good damage there onto those light cavalry. Halberdiers advance forward. Castle will be rebuilt. We'll want the minimal damage there. Camel archers advance forward. Keeps good damage there. Hussars now deployed on the field, and Blue's going for his own defensive castle right there. Has multiple castles deployed on the field, trying to stop these halberdiers from advancing on forward. Halberdiers starting to get ripped apart by these camel archers. Now we just have these elite camel archers advancing on forward. Got these cavaliers also advancing forward as well. Looks like Pink was trying to steal some of that stone there. It was unsuccessful, however. Right now, Pink does have 137 villagers for his opponent's 109. I hear the cavaliers now hacking away. Arzar's gonna go on down. Got some stone walls being put on the field. Courtiers advancing forward, trying to hack apart some of these villagers. Very nice. Of course, camel archers have good attack. The courtiers do have good amount of pierce armor, 6 pierce armor, so they're able to cut down that damage in half. Courtiers advance forward, trying to find another engagement here. Camel archers are trying to pursue these courtiers. They're in small forces there, so these camel archers can easily take them apart. They've got a bombard now finding a way on them. Hussars pushing forward, trying to get some damage onto these villagers. Courtiers here to respond to it. These Hussars will go down. Courtier advance forward, trying to get some damage there onto these villagers. Courtiers, halberdiers, and elite skirmishers trying to hit these camel archers. The skirmishers are going to be a good idea versus these camel archers. Go for some genitors right now. They should be reasonably effective versus these skirmishers. They're a bit more expensive, but they have a bit more health, a bit more population effective. Each designed for more skirmishers, more halberdiers, more light cavalry. You can get up the hussars. More fire there on these regular houses there.
See.
Spearman trying to get some damage onto the bombard. I think that was just went down right there. Like cavalry and hussars or halberdiers trying to get some damage on these camel archers. And these villagers have been cleaned up. Right now, blue's down to 73 villagers versus one's 138. More of these hussars starting to go on down right there. Genitors advance forward, getting some good hits there onto these pikemen or halberdiers. And Pink's force is getting killed off one at a time. Got a bombard now advancing forward. Many use those trebuchets to engage that bombard to save his castle from going down. More elite courtiers now being put on the field. A good number of camel archers put on the field. Crop rotation now being researched by Pink. And some of these halberdiers trying to go on down. Got still a decent force here to pull up by Pink. Of course, he can pull out a smaller force on his opponent. Looks like Blue is eyeing for just more villagers and more bombards at the moment, not eyeing for other military units. Right now, Pink does have a good reserve of resources, good amount of food, not a lot of wood, but plenty of gold as well. Blue has claimed 3 relics, versus opponents just 2. halberdiers and javelins trying to advance on forward. We do have these cooliers, large weight cooliers, and now advance on forward. Maybe I'll try to get a good shot there onto the camel archers. Camel archers do get a good shot in return. And now I got this keep receiving quite a bit of fire there. Cooliers now trying to, nope, not really engage. Camel archers gain some damage there. Hussars try and push them forward. Cooliers do get a lot of damage there on the Hussars. We'll get a lot of the alpha effects consumed onto them. Camel archers firing away, trying to get as much damage as possible. Cooliers trying to break their way forward. Light cavalry is slowing them, while Hussars are slowing them down. Now we've got a big game here, but it looks like overall the cooliers don't get overwhelmed by the camel archers. Let's pick off that lumber camp there. He does have a good number of these skirmishers advancing forward, trying to get as much damage on these camel archers as much as he can. And some of the cooliers are still alive, dealing with some of these scouts. There's a sign for more light cavalry at the moment, or Hussars should say. I think right now it is eyeing just more cooliers, pikemen, or halberdiers, and now even getting guilds. That's what's called that technology. Oh, I don't really know the name of this one. Do not have the castles now seems to fire there from the trebuchets. Camel archers do force back these forces, but right now he's running out of camel archers at the moment. And it was guilds, that was the name of the technology. Camel archers being focused down one at a time. Blue does have 81 villagers right now. And only point out more like cavalry and blue does back in the game now. As Anagrade saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay. And before I start the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. My apologies, please give me one moment. I am back. My apologies. Unless when you gotta go, you gotta go. Bulgarians versus Mongols. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HBars 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom or top left side as the red Mongols, we have a foreign name. Spawn on the bottom right side as the blue Bulgarians, we have Lord Bolton. Let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Mongols, a fan favorite. Cavalry, archer, civilization. Cavalry archers fire 25% faster. Light cavalry, hussars, step lancers get plus 30% hit points. Hunters work 40% faster. Unique unit, Nagadai, is a cavalry archer that gets bonus damage versus siege units. Unique text, nomads, lost houses do not decrease population headroom. And drill, siege workshops move 50% faster. Emo, scout, cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars get plus 2 line sight, making them more effective as at their job. Blue, Bulgarians, infantry and cavalry civilization. Militia line upgrades are free. Counselor costs 50% less stone. Blacksmith and siege workshop technologies cost 50% less food. Can build a cray post. Unique unit is a Connex, a very stubborn cavalry unit. Unique text, stirrups. Cavalry attacks 33% faster. Baggins. Militia line gets plus 5 armor. In bows, blacksmiths work 80% faster. They don't really need to think about ever to point out 2 blacksmiths. You just need 1. Scouts scouting around to see those notifications was just people attacking. Both players now feudal age. Blue got some defense spearmen as well as an axe upgrade. And he is kind of eye for some defensive or offensive military units right now. Blue do have a good number of these scouts moving forward. They don't get their additional health just yet. It is light cavalry when they get their additional health. Scout does engage the scouts. Red does have a significant number of scouts in the field. I do believe he has at least a handful of spearmen somewhere. Yep, he does have a spearman protecting the wood line and the berry line. Very good. And do now have these scouts moving around south. There is a spearman staying on the high on that little hill there. I would totally do that, just staying on top of the hill and just admire the view of the sand. No, I hate sand. I really do hate sand. I know it's a meme about a Star Wars meme, but it's not wrong. I hate sand. You have now the spearman trying to get engagement there. We may see a poke there. He does not see a poke there. He may try for a villager, but probably not worth it to sacrifice all these scouts to get a single villager. Both players have 25 villagers at the moment. Blue scouts are herding around red scouts. Got still the spearman right here. Starting to engage. Does not engage. Red right now is just going for more scouts, more villagers. Blue right now is eyeing for more scouts and more villagers. And now we do have them getting a little bit of a skirmish there. Blue scouts a little bit more wounded than red scouts, not to mention outnumbered. Blacksmith's not started. He could swing around, put some hammers into it. Does not do that, so there is a breach there. More of red scouts on the field, but he is not able to hit any of these villagers. Starting to turn around and engage. There's only one spearman there. He could potentially try overwhelming that spearman in order to get more engagements off. Blue needs to start eyeing some more spearmen, honestly. Spearman here does get some good damage. I think he can overwhelm it. If we also look over here, we got a big number of palisade walls being pulled up by red. So red has fully walled in this area. Got these scouts trying to push their way down south, trying to engage this house, or the villager building the house. Blue scout does hold the line there, does get overwhelmed, could be saved. Should just probably throw that scout into the town center at the moment. That's the other spearman there, does lose the scout there, does lose the villager there. Red has 6 scouts in the region, all of them quite wounded. Blue only has 5 scouts. Does take out one of the scouts there. Another scout gets severely wounded and down. Red scouts are also wounded. You can fall back the incredibly wounded one to his town center and throw them inside to get some health regen. Red does stand there for a moment. Scouts are far too wounded, but he's not focused on the wounded scouts at the moment. Does not take out this final scout there. Red does lose most of the scouts there. And blue has a good number of scouts now trying to counterattack. Scout does go down there. You have now a mill being pulled on out. And right now, red space just seems awfully barren. I don't know why. So you've got 20 farms here versus... I have to do... select him to do that. Versus 17, so that's one reason why it seems a little bit more barren. And right now, blue's on the counterattack of a massive wave of scouts. Do we have any spearmen here? Does not appear to have any spearmen for defense. We have some spearmen on the build queue now. And red scouts now pursuing blue scouts, but over here we've got blue scouts trying to make a breach. So a good number of them are quite wounded. Villagers trying to patch up the hole with a house. And it looks like blue scouts are a little bit wounded than red scouts, but do have now additional scout there. Even which will give blue the advantage. Blue does immediately lose 2 scouts there. Red does lose a scout there. Does get some good folks fighting there. Does take out more scouts. It was an equal trade in scouts versus scouts, but... Oh, and the exotic cat does take out that spearman. And that scout does go down there as well. Blue scouts trying to push their way forward. Got more housing being pulled on out. Does red have enough spearmen? I don't even know where any spearman was. I know he had some spearmen. Was that the only spearman he deployed out? Eaten by a lion? May have been. All these palisade walls are severely damaged. There's a potential breach right here. This one is not being reinforced with the house. Is down half health now. And we got a large number of farms here, but pretty far out. He may just want to cancel this farm there in order to get better to drop some, because right now that is 4 farms away. That is incredibly inefficient. Why is he doing this? He needs more mills in this region. That is incredibly inefficient. He could at least got 2 layer wide farms going out this direction. Over here, of course, got a bit more sporadically placed, but they are nearby mills. A bit more, at least. More of these houses have been built. And this palisade wall is about to go down. Over here, these scouts trying to break the breach through this stable here. Let's have at least 1 spearman queued up. He needs more than just 1. Housing starting to go on down there, trying to bring up another villager to help keep this stuff from creating a breach. You need a bit more than just individual spearmen like that. 2 spearmen is simply not enough. He would need at least 5 before he can turn around and engage that force of scouts. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. Right now the Mongol player's not really playing so well, trying to counterattack with scouts. So maybe about to get a breach through one of these forces. He's trying to counterattack there. And looks like these scouts are having trouble. It does get warded away by a single spearman. Red's going for more spearmen now. He's starting to get a good queue of them going. These scouts do fall back right there. Does reinforce this wall with a market. Looks like these spearmen will manage to force back these scouts. One of the scouts do go down as well. These scouts are a bit wounded as well. And now he's going to stand and fight there, trying to get some folks on in. Number of blue scouts do go down there. Red scouts are a bit wounded. Blue scouts are about ready to make another breach. And now blue has reached castle age. We may see light cavalry being researched relatively soon. Yes, we do see light cavalry. Chances would have had on the Buku there because he's actually a pop cap. And red scouts now getting overrun by blue scouts. It's going to be a lot of light cavalry it's going to be fighting against. Got bloodlines being researched by red. He's probably going to eye for some knights or step lancers to deal with these scouts. And there's a light cavalry now researched. Spearman will find an angle there. Get some good hits down to the light cavalry to take him out. Light cavalry force pushing forward. Now he's going for a handful of camels. So he's going for camels, not like step lancers. You keep these guys queued in the stable for the moment. Nope, let's go ahead and stream out on the wrong side. And we'll get overwhelmed right there. Looks like these villagers are going to take time to prep the stable, trying to hold the line there by repairing it up. These men are trying to make their way over here, trying to deal with these light cavalry. He simply has not been producing enough lights, any spearmen to deal with all of these light cavalry and scouts. Not a single one of those light cavalry went down right there, though a number of them are quite wounded. Didn't actually probably repair up the stable right there. This looks like just 2 village there to turn repair on up. It is not enough to get it repaired on up. More camels being point field. He has a good number of camels. And now he does make a breach there. That's a great spot for camels to fight from. So we've got some spearmen on the mix as well. Those spearmen, keep losing it back off these like cavalry and let the spearmen engage. Has some nice mix. Camels in a great position there, but there's just too much mass for them to hold back. And these camels is being required. Except this nearby spearman does get some step lancers now deployed on the field. Try to get some pokes on in. They do, of course, have a good range benefit, but there's just too much here from the stop at the moment. Does get a nice little palisade gate there, but does get quickly overran and destroyed. Light cavalry charging forward. Does get some hits there from with his step lancers. Can't let these spearmen hit those step lancers there. Does find a decent choke point there, but it looks like a couple step lancers go down. Big loss there. He needs those step lancers alive. More camels from Pawn Field on the flank. All of the nope, there's still a spearman there, but the spear does get picked off by the towns. Other step lancers and camels now engaging at close range. Like cavalry and knights getting hit by these forces. Camel step lancers probably a good combination there, but of course there's simply just not enough of them. Step lancers starting to go down. Some of the villagers starting to get hit, and the knights can brave towns under fire quite easily. Picks off some of these individual units there. Needs to get them rallied in before going in. He still needs to constantly build spearmen, in my opinion. And it looks like Red does back out the game now. That's end great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here. I have another HPRS 2 Definitive Edition replay. Bottom left side, as the Red Sicilians, we have El Sin Monzo. Monos. So on the right side, as the Blue Vikings, we have Brian 546234. Of course, let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Sicilians, they are a infantry and cavalry civilization. Start with additional stone. Castles build 50% and towns build 100% faster. Seems a weird way to spell that out. I would just probably do 2 separate bullet points. Land military units except siege weapons receive 33% less bonus damage. Farm upgrades provides 125% additional food. Wait, plus 125%? That means something usually gets increased by 50. It will increase it by not by 50, but more than 100. Dodge in place watchtower line, and as a sergeant over here, just a scout engaging scout. Looks like Red Scout's starting to lose. It's going to slow down for a moment. Unique unit sergeant, which can be built at a dungeon, which can be available in the feudal age. Unique text: First Crusade. Each town center provides 5, maximum of 5 town centers. Spawns one-time batch of sergeants or surgeons. Units more resistance to conversion. Halberd. Knights get +1/+2 armor, making them a bit more effective versus the cavalry. They can't get paladin research, however. Transport ships is not very important. But looks like a Red Scout does go down there. Good pick there for Blue. Let's go and fast forward now since all those pings at them. Vikings, infantry, and naval civilization. Warships are non-important. Infantry gets +20% hit points starting field age. Weaver and handcart are free, which are incredibly powerful. Unique units, Berserk and Longbow. Berserk is basically a health regen unit. Unique attacks, Chieftains. Infantry deal bonus damage versus cavalry, generous gold when killing villagers, trade units, and monks. Bogs, Seaver, Archer Lines get and Longbows get +1 attack. And Dogs cost less, which is even not very important here. Scout moving around. We have this scout pushing around as well. But you got a wave of archers not being put up by the Sicilian player.
Yeah.
Or maybe not exactly pushing forward per se. Designed for defensive archers, not getting his villagers properly queued up right now. Currently, Red does have more villagers opponent. Archer's gonna make his way forward. Scout may have a breach here. Nope, most of these are all partially built. And now we've got these archers advancing forward, trying to find engagement there onto these villagers. Archers does receive a bit of damage there, trying to find some arrows over the walls. He does have fletching research. Blue's going for his own fletching. We also got a handful of defensive blue archers holding out. Blue's villagers may just want to back off to another wood line, such as right there. There, he has a good amount of wood in his walls, that's for sure. Archer's still trying to get some hits there on these villagers. Those archers do manage to flank Red's archers. He does have fletching research as well. Does get a good hit there. Overall, Red's doing a better job of fighting. Does receive more miss there. Gets a good hit there. Another blue archer does go down. Red archer is doing very well. Nothing really got injured except for one. Does pick off the injured one there. Very nice. Does try to use the high ground advantage there. And Blue's archer is falling back, though statistically a bit weaker. Does pick off that one there. Now they're about statistically even, but Blue goes down. Great hits there by Red. Red's just doing great with his archers there, picking Blue's archers off at the exact right moment. Red archers are, one of them does go down right there. Overall, Red is doing really good with his archers. Does lose another archer there. And now both sides down to one archer. Red's going to just back on off that archer. Does get his buddy right there. Exotic Kitty Cat gains some bites there onto the archer. And he actually may lose the archer right there. These other archers not help him out. It does lose the archer there, and the other one does pick off the lion. Blue scout moving around, a bit wounded. Blue's having still trouble with his village protection. Nope, he's going for Castle Age. And right now, Red, I think he just got a Castle Age queued up. Yep, both players are going for Castle Age, relatively similar timing. Red still has a significant number of archers in the field. He may be eyeing for more crossbows. He does have access to Arbalest, but not the last round of archer tech. Blue, on the other hand, the Vikings do have access to Arbalest, all archer techs, as well as a unique research to give them +1 attack in Pure Age. Archers trying to advance forward, trying to engage Red's archers. Blue's archers advance forward, trying to get some more shots there. Red's doing a good job of dodging them. And Blue's Castle Age is almost complete. There we go. Got the crossbow and Bodkin arrow now researching. Right now, Red is going for his wheelbarrow bloodlines and not any archer tech. He may be no longer playing on archers. He still may want to go for Bodkin arrow and elite skirmisher. You can get elite skirmishers, right? Yes, he can. Can't get thumb ring. Scout push right forward. Does scout Blue scout right there. Red's archer's about to going down. He can get supplies. He can get Gambersons as well. Got a spearman still down here.
A vostro servizio.
We do now have another town center being pulled up by Red. We got more knights being deployed on out, which will help him overrun these crossbows, no problem. He does have a unique knight technology to give him additional armor. That's Imperial Age. Knights. There should be enough knights here to overrun these arch crossbows. Plenty. There's 6 knights here and 8 crossbows here. A couple of them damaged and wounded, but it decides to roll around the back line, trying to get them flanked. It does get a good flank there. Pushes them up into the forest there. They're just trying to run away at the moment. Knights having trouble engaging, however. He does back himself into the corner there. minimizing the surface area that these knights can fight, 2 at a time, but the crossbows will go down. Knights are seeing a bit of fire there from additional crossbows. That crossbow does go down there, does get a monster put on the field, eyeing for some monks, either for relics or eyeing to get some conversion on these knights. Now I do have another monster being deployed on the field.
Salutare. Sì.
Spearman in the bottom right, we do have these 7 knights on the field. Red has not gone for any monastery just yet. Blue has his first monk on the field, going for multiple monasteries. He's eyeing for mass monks. He's trying to convert his opponent's monks. Let's see. Viking monks are not that good. They can't get redemption. They can't get atonement. Don't worry about herbal medicine. Heresy's nice to have. Can't get sanctity, which is a big one. Atonement allows him to convert other monks. Redemption allows you to convert siege units. Sanctity just increases their health by, what, 15? Or was it 20? That's a decent amount to say the least. I think it was just 15. Fervor increases movement speed, which you can get. Faith, I forget what that one is. Illumination is faster recharge speed. Theocracy allows you to combine your monks, get faster converting 1 at a time. So you can't get either of those. Those are both powerful technologies. You can get block printing in Imperial Age, which does give them increased range. But overall, Viking monks are not good. You probably should not build any of them past Castle Age. These 2 leftover wounded archers gain some damage there, but will be picked off by a single pair of crossbows. Got 1 relic being captured up by blue now. It's going for this relic as well. It's close to Red's base. Red will spot it there with that outpost there. There's some knights coming forward to retaliate. Another relic being claimed by blue. There's 2 relics down here. Does blue know about them? No, he does not. Monks do have good spotting range there. Knights are in spread formation trying to find that monk, and they do find the monk now. He does drop this relic there. He's trying to quickly get the monks back on the front line, trying to get some conversion there. Red's monk right there does not get a kill. Does get the kill there on Red's monk. Some of these knights will get converted. He does convert a wounded knight there. He does want to hold ground stance there to prevent them from being automatically being passed back in the line. Red doesn't have a whole lot of knights in the field, but there's also crossbows that are easily countered by knights. Large number of these knights are oh so wounded. No, seriously, look at all those knights. If he gets them falling back, he needs to get a monk out them to get the heal, and that would be very good value. Let's pick off some more of those wounded monk knights there. Only 2 of them are severely wounded now. We do have a single scorpion here. He cannot cover that with monks. Crossbows do find them. Does get some high ground damage onto them. Right now has 7 pierce armor. Crossbows have 7 damage, so they'll only do 1 damage each against the scorpion. This relic will be cleaned up, so now there's 2 relics for red. And it looks like these monks, Red's monks have been capturing up those southern relics as well. Scorpion does go down to the crossbows. And it looks like they're both a little bit passive. The moment we got now, it looks like Red is eyeing for a forward castle. Oh, and there's Blue's castle being built in the exact same location. Both of them eyeing for this high ground there. Red's Knights of Base forward does not have a whole lot of defense to prevent them from being overran. Red's going for a castle right here. Gotta make sure his villagers are building at the same time. There we go. Let's get some conversions there on those knights there, but even with some cold ground stands, they will get some slices off there. He needs to get these knights passed on in. Does decide to pass them in on top of the scorpion there. Magano finds a good shot there. Takes out the Magano as well. Reds keep Poco up before Blues because there's simply more villagers here. Does get them there. Does get inside the castle right there. Going to hit Blues villagers. He should be able to get it completed. It's going kind of close, however. And now the crossbows needs to start getting inside there. Get increased arrows for the castles. Got 19 versus 10. Takes all those villagers. Villagers do fall back there. Right now there is a pair of monks and a single crossbow right there. Going for some petards there. He's rallying them the wrong way. You can pop them on this side to get some good damage. And Red still has a good number of villagers to the inside. Knights will slowly pick apart this castle. Red's knights are evasive forward, trying to engage these converted knights. Petard does get a good hit there. And there's at least one petard back there, as well as a good number of crossbows. Throw the crossbows inside the castle, it will get some extra arrows, as well as hit some of these knights. More petards there, does put the petard inside the castle there in order so he can recast on the other side. Knights don't increase the arrow count inside the castle there, but does get some good health regen, as well as just a good way to store them on the front line. More knights being put up by Red. Crossbows just sneak inside the castle there. They do get in there, increasing the arrow count from 4 to 9. And right now, Red is going for Imperial Age, as well as more knights. Blue right now is going for Imperial Age. Yeah, both are going for Imperial Age. More petards from Clone Field does pull up a battering ram, but the petards are getting some great damage there onto that castle right there. Knights maybe eyeing for... Nope, not getting close range there. Do have Magneto Heals trying to repair up these castle there, but the Blues castle's in range of it. Let's get a good hit there. The castle's almost down. Needs one more petard, I think. He's getting some good hits there on those villagers. Of course, he does not get at ballistics. And there goes Red's castle right there, 2 petards. Of course, he got the Castle Age technology, which is Chieftain's infantry do bonus damage versus cavalry, generating gold when killing villagers. So maybe eyeing for a big number of berserkers. We do have a Red castle now going on up. Additionally, you could always get the bonus damage there with more pikemen, spearmen. He cannot get halberdier, but he can also get bonus damage there with potentially champions as well. You have Arbus research for Blue. Does have, I think, a re-queued up Chieftain, so go out later. Chieftain on the build queue, going for Trebuchet as well. Red does have a defensive keep here. And Exotic Cat does get shanked by a pikeman. Got a good number of these outposts being pulled up by Red, just trying to scout out his opponent. We do have this small gold deposit could be contestable by either player. Red's going for this southern gold deposit now. Good number of pikemen being pulled on field. Looks like the keep is only halfway garrison. And now Blue's eyeing for additional castles. He maybe is eyeing for a large number of these berserks. Both players are in Imperial Age, so he could potentially get the Augsieger. I don't know how to pronounce that. We got Cavaliers deployed out over here by Red. Going for a large number of Cavaliers. He can not get Paladin, nor Heavy Cav Archers, nor really any other Archer upgrades. Trebuchets are now Red's. Blue Trebuchets engaging Red's castle. It is on the Trebuchet is on high ground, getting bonus damage onto that castle. It is starting to use some villagers to get repaired on up. Blue's villagers are relatively close by. Could just ask one of the villagers there to get some repairs onto it. We've got a very, very large number of Cavaliers here. We've got a good wave of defensive spearmen, and since he has the Castle Age technology, these guys do actually bonus damage versus infantry. These Cavaliers are not going to be able to decorate these. How pikemen should be able to defend his trebuchets. He may lose one, but he's going to lose all these Cavaliers right there. Trying to get something converted, but right now these Cavaliers are being killed off far too quickly. He has 2 trebuchets here. Red has lost his castle there, thanks to being on the low ground. Repairs some trebuchets. Now do you have these pikemen advance forward, able to get some great damage on the siege units. Starting trying to back up the trebuchets. And now it's starting to get overwhelmed as well. Trebuchets looks like both of them will go down. Battery Ram does see some fire there from the Arbalists. Pikemen push a little bit too far forward there, getting separated from their buddies. Do have another forward keeping employed by Blue and just going straight to Pikemen, which against his opponent's current composition wouldn't be half bad. You know as well, Viking infantry have more health, so even though it doesn't have halberdiers, I think the extra bonus damage and extra health are basically better than halberdiers. Pikeman gains great damage here on those Cavaliers. He needs to stop building Cavaliers or anything else. Maybe go for Champions or Sergeants. Sergeants may be better. Depending on how many times it says, he has Castle out, he has to get a quick wave of Sergeants. And we do have a nice little small wall in here to keep these villagers alive as he starts getting another castle going on up. We got an absurd number of pikemen here. Cavaliers are trying to eye for a counterattack now. Right now, Red's going for Long Swordsman, very, very nice. But his opponent could transition to Berserks and or his own champions. It should be superior. He's getting Blast Forge as well as melee armor. These Cavaliers do get stopped by, and they're fully stuck in there. Oh! He does manage to escape out some, then squeeze someone out there. But he does lose a large number of those Cavaliers, and he will not be able to breach this area. He does have even a stone gate as well as houses. Cavaliers make their way forward, poking this town center for 1 damage at a time. Just what the game lagged a bit. My apologies. Does get the 2-handed swords from the base gun forward. Trebuchets gain some damage around the town center. Town center does get the garrison. We do now have another castle being put on the field. And with all these less town centers, he will not be able to get the priest or wave of sergeants. Another blue castle being put on the field. We've got a bit of a castle creep. These pikemen will get ripped apart by that defensive castle there. We've got some Arbalists here. Swordsman trying to charge forward. He does have 5 pierce armor, so he does have Garrison's research as well. Okay, Swordsman charging forward, but he just needs more of them. And he's getting champion upgrade as well as to Cap Ram. Now we do have the Berserks being put on the field. They are elite Berserkers as well. Not sure who exactly wins between elite Berserkers and champions. It wouldn't surprise me if it's the elite Berserkers. They are fast and they hit hard. He does have all of his melee armor. Or does he? He may be missing one. Nope, he does have it. Just need a bit more attack as well. Castle starting to see quite a bit of fire there. Do have another castle being put up by Blue. Very nice. Does Blue have murder holes? No, we do not see murder holes yet. And it looks like Red does not have murder holes either, which will get those destroyed. As the champions advance forward, they have 70 health, 17 attack, but the Berserkers 16 attack and 74 health. Arbus in the back line gains a good extra damage there, and there's even the castle firing some arrows with his champions. There's a good number of villagers here. Pikemen not getting the mix as well. There's just too many champions here for these forces to hold the front line. Those Berserkers do get annihilated by those champions. The castle is at 82% complete. Let's get those Arbalists inside the garrison there. That's going to be start hacking down that castle. We have Bracer now being researched by Blue. Got more Berserks being pulled on as well. And now do that. I think he just went for his Sergeant Colin. Times 5 Sergeant. Now I got these Berserkers advance forward trying to deal with these forces. Champions trying to hit these trebuchets. Champions do get cleaned up there. I wonder if the Sergeant if it has the elite Sergeant upgrade. No, we do not. Blue's Keep is not being cancelled either. Being built by a single villager. He does wall himself in a little bit there. That castle is pretty close to being complete, isn't it? 94% complete. More Berserks on the build queue there. Got the wave of sergeants advancing forward. And there is the castle. Those are stone walls as well. So you want to build the rest of the stone walls there. May want to take time to repair up the castle. So right now they're not elite. They do have 6 armor. Just going to take time to repair up the castle as well. And Red does cast some GG. The Sand Grade saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay. I feel like my voice is starting to go out, so maybe I have time for one more replay. And then I will probably have to call it a night. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this replay is a pretty good one, so I'm going to do this one. Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another H-Powers 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the yellow Japanese, we have Maggie Wurzi. Spawn on the top right side as the blue Lithuanians, we have Fighter. Now then, let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Japanese infantry civilization. Fish ships have ×2 hit points, which actually could be possible in this map. No deep sea fish, but there's some shore fish. Maybe good for some fishing traps possible. Japanese has a nice little inlet here that he could end right there to pull out fishing traps he so choose. And they're also a little bit cheaper and have their own independent queue, so that could be a possibility for the Japanese player. The lumber mills and lumber camps do cost 50% less as well. If your attacks 30 feet faster in starting feudal age, unique unit samurai, a anti-unique unit, almost could have captured up those turkeys and llamas. Unique text, Yasuma, powers shoot extra arrows, and Kapataro, trebuchets fire fast and pack faster. And oh, we do see a backline dock here, very, very nice. Which could give the Japanese player a little bit of advantage. We also gave him a couple extra villager count there. Gotta be careful not to build too many to have enough wood to get out the fishing traps. And now let's go over to the Lithuanians bonuses. Cavalry and monk civilization. Each town provides 100 food. Spearman line skirmishers move 10% faster. Each garrison relic gives +1 attack to knights and Litus. Litus is an armor-piercing cavalry unit. Wing Hussar is a variation of the Hussar, get a little bit more power. Unique text, Hill Force, town centers with +3 range, probably not useful. Tower shield, Spearman line, and skirmishers get +2 pierce armor, making skirmishers even better what they do. Militias do go down for the Japanese player. The feudal age do get the increased attack speed. Over that, and final militia's doing some great damage there on the remainder spear scouts there. Sorry to miss that engagement. And the +2 armor on the spear line could be helpful as well, because skirmishers tend to hit spearmen quite a bit. We have Yellow Scout, severely wounded, scouting around. Let's see now. He does get a good number of fishing ships here. Actually, a very, very large number of fishing ships. These shorefish don't have a whole lot of food there, so you need to start preparing up his wood for the fishing traps. Let's see, what was the other benefits for the fishing ships? I tend to, excuse me, skip a lot of that stuff. Fishing ships get +2 hit points, +2 pierce armor, and work faster per age. So there, his fishing ships for fishing traps should be very good. You may want to eye for those rather than farms. So right now, it looks like some of these villagers are starting to get overwhelmed. Losing a villager or two is not going to be the end of the world for the Japanese player, because he does have fishing ships. Right now, he does have technically less villagers at the moment. Villagers gains good slices there. He does have a number of spearmen. Remember, his spearmen do hit faster. Getting some good damage there, but does lose a number of villagers there. So right now, his villager count is quite even. He's not going for additional, what's it called? Fishing ships at the moment. So whatever he has, so the village count is quite even. Now the Lithuanian has ever so slight advantage. He must be feeling really good, but I don't think you've seen the dock yet. No, he's not seen the dock, so he may feel good, but they're actually pretty even at the moment. Lithuanians going for a market there. Let's just not putting any more military units there. I love this village though. It's a nice circle design. There's actually quite a bit of stone here. Look at that stone. Good amount of gold. Over here, Japanese looks like his village is a little bit more spread out. Can't get a nice little circle there. Spearmen and archers advancing forward. So it's going to be a small harassment force there. Maybe we'll get some hits onto these villagers. But he's already completely walled in, so whatever arrows he fires off the trees is all he's going to get. Both players are signed for more villagers at the moment. No additional military units. And now do have, I heard some fishing traps being put on the field. There's some more shore fish being collected. These forests did find openings somewhere, so it looks like blue failed it somewhere. It looks like they may have created an opening there with his wood line. And these villagers are seeing some harassment right now, but blue is slightly behind in villager count. And the villagers will back these archers to the corner. Trying to fast finish this one off there. This archer will be shanked to death. Spearman, however, is slightly better than normal spearmen, being Japanese. But you still get shanked by these villagers. And impaled by a spear. Throwing spear. Has Blue seen the dock? No, he has not. Maybe he's trying to intercept any villagers that come over there or over here for more water. You may not realize. He should maybe. It will be hard to realize if there's water there from the utilize or not. And there is. How many fishing traps do we see at the moment?
Yep.
You see 6 fishing traps there. There is currently 10 fishing ships. And so far, those fishing ships will provide great dividends. Will provide a bit more food than those farms. He does have a farm in the field. And these skirmishers... Not sure if he's seen any farms. Oh, if you look over here, you can see it does go ahead and correctly spot stuff. You can see here, he hasn't been here since the Dark Age. So he may not be aware of how many farms should be there, but he may have seen some there, probably raising some question marks. Both players are Castle Age. We do got Wheelbarrow being distributed. Blue does have a single knight here. Yellow right now is eyeing for crossbows, as well as some monks, maybe eyeing for some relics. We've got these spearmen advancing around. Spearmen advancing forward, trying to maybe shank this palisade gate. And yellow's going for more fishing boats. Maybe... I don't know why. For me, fishing traps never seem like I can get them properly placed there. You may need to actually put the fishing ships on top of the fishing traps in order to get them properly tasked and not sort of interrupted. But he's going for maxed out fishing ships. I don't know how to describe it other than maxed out fishing ships around this dock. But you can see here this fishing ship is taking a long path around. It's not exactly perfect sometimes. He may be retasking. Seems like he's I think maybe that one's just not having trouble finding a fishing trap to fish from, because right now you can see it has 0 food. Fishing traps can be a little bit of a pain sometimes. And deploys out another dock there. So he's going to be eyeing for more fishing ships. And maybe some fishing ships to go along with it. Monk with a relic, try and put the relic inside the monastery. Remember, he's also the Lithuanian, so both players need to really eye for the relics. All the Lithuanians do get capped out of 4 relics. And currently right now, that was Blue's first one. Relic down here, relic right there. Relic being claimed by this monk here. So there's potentially 3 relics that Blue can claim. There's 1 relic over here, so... And Yellow has actually claimed the relic as well. So this relic is the one that's not obtained, this one, and this one. Skirmishers do get some fire there onto these crossbows. He may have ballistics research. No, he does not. They're just being pretty accurate at the moment.
Close up.
And there's a monk there for the relic. So it looks like Lithuanians will claim 3 relics versus the Japanese just 2. Does Japanese have spotted the other relic away over there? No, he has not spotted that one. Has Blue saw it? Likely, there was a scout right there. Yes, so Blue maybe will claim 4 relics. Granted, Japanese spear, it could be a bit of a trap there, because Japanese spearmen are very good, especially against cavalry. And now do you have a... Okay, a cinematic university. I thought there was going to be a castle there because that would give him high ground damage. I love the optical illusion of these rocks though. You can see here it's flat, 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 flat. No actual angles there, but the rocks provide an optical illusion effect that it is on high ground. I love that design. The university is in a nice cinematic position. Perfect spot there for university. I mean, look at that. That just looks like a campaign spot there for any sort of structure. This town's going to make it interrupted by these crossbows. And towns are still pretty far from being built, so... And crossbows are not hitting the villagers at the moment. It does back off there. Doesn't seem any serious damage there. Japanese player rolled. Didn't get a great engagement there. Was not going for ballistics. Japanese player is not going for ballistics yet. Going for wheelbarrow and villagers. Does take out the villager there. Does take out another villager there. And I hear more fishing traps now being deployed on the field. Oh, it looks like he posed. Sorry about that, I hit my microphone. It looks like he put the dock more onto the green patches of lily pads there in order so he can get more of a full surround there with his fishing ships. So you see, he'll shove a lot of fishing ships there. Deer does go down there. Doesn't claim in the venison. Another house does go down there. Does cancel it, so he gets his knight to push on forward on these crossbows. And this scout will find this monk. And killing off that monk there, make him heads up that there's actually a relic over there. Oh no, relic yellow does find that relic there. Severely wounded. So it looks like it's going to be 3 relics versus 2. And a lot of spears into those crossbows. He, of course, does have ballistics research. Now do you see the, what's it called, gill nets being researched? Yeah, gill nets. Scout push way forward, getting some hits there onto these villagers. He could take these villagers and shank that scout. Yeah, villager actually does go down. Down here, we've got yellow town sort of going on field, just trying to climb up the stone. Very nice. Also nice and secluded, so it's less likely to be harassed. Japanese player is not to put out any walls. The boat going just straight to the villagers. Blue has a large army of skirmishers here, getting healed up by the monks. And he's just going for more village himself, so it looks like a bit passive. He may push one of these skirmishers. Does pose a threat. Got a knight here to support them as well. Here, conversion trying to be going off, trying to claim that knight, maybe. Yellow's going for a castle on the high ground, very nice. Skirmishers right now do have 7 range, which can outrange a town center. He's going to be picking off this farm, making a whole lot of kebabs for the Japanese player, but he can't eat kebabs for some odd reason. One farm does go down. That villager finds a lot of spears in his back. Oh, and Leo got this spearman here stabbing some villagers. Going for another castle on here on the high ground. Gains a good damage there onto that villager. Skirmishers moving around. Do have them trying to convert spearmen, but great use for these monks. Playing with one spearman there. And you have this castle now gain some good damage onto these various forces. Does take out one of those villagers there. Another villager severely damaged. The Lithuanians, of course, I mentioned beforehand, can get additional pierce armor on the skirmishers. Of course, Japanese are jack of all trades civilization. They may say they're infantry civilization, but they're really jack of all trades. They can get fully equipped cavalry archers. Can get can't get cavaliers. Can get a light cavalry. The cavalry's a little bit lacking, but they can get fully basic cavalry archers, which can be very useful. Additionally, they have great infantry and great siege. Monk technology is a little bit weak. Can't get heresy, but can get everything else. Heresy is important, but everything else is also important. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it today. I'm a little bit tired. This will probably be my last replay for tonight. Just Getting a bit drowsy there. We got multiple samurai now being put on the field. He does have pierce armor, does have melee attack or melee armor. Has 2 of the melee research, 2 of the melee attack, melee armor, melee attack. But I'm getting all my words mixed up. Knight shanking this farm. I'm trying to hit some of these villagers. He can pass inside the town center. Does get inside the town center. We do have a good number of skirmishers here, as well as the knights. If the monks convert a samurai, the other samurai can get bonus damage, and vice versa. Now we do have this keep receiving some fire there. He has a good number of samurai now being put on the field. We have Imperial Age being researched by the Japanese player. The Lithuanian player already has his own Imperial Age. Samurai advancing forward, trying to overrun this trebuchet, receiving a lot of damage there. And the trebuchet does quickly go on down there. Samurai are similar to champions when it comes to damage output, or at least when they're fully upgraded. Now I do have a blue samurai here, getting some great bonus damage on the samurai, and that samurai not being focused down caused a lot of extra damage on the yellow samurai. Castle now receiving some fire there. We're doing his own castle or own trebuchets now. This trebuchet did stay alive, but could be counter trebucheted. We have now with the pikeman research. Going for more samurai. Don't think samurai are going to be a great option. You're fighting against a lot of cavaliers, so spearmen and pikemen would be good, but mixing some samurai would not hurt. It's so that they really have a niche role of just anti-unique unit, which may be good, better in lower elos when people love to just spam out their unique unit. Samurai push way forward, trying to get some good damage there on the skirmishers. They do have right now 5 pierce armor, so they will only take 1 damage from the elite skirmisher. And the unique samurai, the converted samurai will go down there. Cavalry advancing forward. Does not have any pikemen in this area. Do have a pikeman advancing on forward, getting halberdier research and more halberdiers on the build queue. So Trebor here. Japanese player may want to squeeze out their unique tech. The Kapataros get trebuchets and fire faster. Pike or halberdiers now advancing forward with samurai to support. Yellow's castle is starting to receive quite a bit of fire there. Looks like they're on 8th ground. I'm not sure if the trebuchets are on low ground hitting the castle. I think they are based on the damage output I'm seeing. Yeah, I think they are getting low ground damage. Blue's trebuchets getting some great hits there on the Blue's castle, starting to bring some villagers forward, but I think Blue's castle will go down. No, he's actually splitting his fire among the trebuchets and on the castle. No, that's why they may take it out. He's some good damage there. I don't think he's out repairing the damage. I think he's actually he can still now. 1 Blue's trebuchets do go down. Very nice. And got more trebuchets now being pulled up by Yellow. Yellow has a good defensive line there, getting a big wave of pikemen or halberdiers being pulled on the field. And a lot of these samurai are severely wounded. They may just want to throw them inside the castle there, just get some health regen. It looks like they're getting hit by this keep here, who does have bottom arrow research. And Blue's keep does go down. Now the trebuchets could win the Treb War. Samurai advance forward, slicing up some of these villagers. Pikemen can advance forward with the keep now down. Or halberdier, I should say, not pikemen. Halberdiers getting some great damage there. Some samurai are in the mix. He's going for more pikemen or halberdier and more samurai. Though looks like may not have. It's hard to say. Japanese halberdiers are pretty good against cavalry. Looks like simply did not have enough of them. More than streaming on in. So the cavaliers are seeing lots of damage there. More reinforcing halberdiers there holding the line. Needs to get these trebuchets on the back. Does hit all Blue's trebuchets. And now his trebuchets are under fire. More samurai, more pikemen being put on the field, but these trebuchets need to fall back. Keep some avoiding repair. Does get a garrison there, holding nearby villagers here. Gets extra arrows on these cavaliers and does manage to hold the line there. Skirmishers getting ripped apart by the castle arrows now. And now we do have man-at-arms research being put on the field. You can also go for the Elite Samurai research rather than the Man-at-Arms line, though supplies makes them much cheaper overall. And Gamson wouldn't hurt. He can get Gamson. He does have Squires, doesn't not have Arsons at the moment. Trebuchet's going way too far forward. I'm not sure why he's pushing these Trebuchet forward. They're trying to hit housing and lumber. Really wants that lumber yard down. He gets the lumber yard. And now we got the Castle Age, Imperial Age technology for the Japanese player. Going for long swordsman now. So right now it's going for thumb ring and more skirmishers. So a long swordsman champion, two-handed swordsman, regardless what he ever gets on that line, will be very useful in engaging these forces. He does have supplies research, does have Gambeson research as well. These halberdiers are getting rid of the party. He's going for more barracks put on field in chemistry as well as siege engineers. Now he does have access to two-handed swordsman, champion on the build queue, so he's making a rapid transition to the barracks line. Villager does get gunned down there. Villager count is 142 to 122. He has a good number of fishing ships here, providing minimal need for farms. But for some walls there, I wonder. He does have all his farming technologies. I wonder if he skipped out on farming technologies since he has so many fishing ships. And these two spearmen have 6 attack, but these two swordsmen have 6 pierce armor, so these two spearmen have minimal damage versus these now champions. Fully upgraded champions now advancing forward. They have, of course, 6 pierce armor, able to rip apart these skirmishers, no problem. The champions have more than plenty to deal with all these forces. A couple pikemen or halberdiers may get picked off there. We've got more halberdiers, more two champions being caught on field. Got some of these cavaliers advancing forward, but the halberdiers can easily deal with them. Skirmishers all get annihilated. Blue is running low on gold right there. Yellow's claiming this gold deposit. This gold deposit is untouched. So right now, Yellow's doing a great job of claiming this gold deposit. What does the gold? Blue does have some gold reserve, but it's lacking food actually. Getting out some more cavaliers. He needs to stop getting cavaliers. He needs to get something else, and Blue does cast in GG. This and Grade saying, thank you for watching, on to next replay. So as I mentioned earlier, my voice is starting to go out, so I need to, that's going to be my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.